Hello, YouTube family. Thanks for tuning in. Please, again, if you like these videos, please like, please subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. I'm currently hoping to shoot for 25 subscriptions in the first quarter of 2021. I'm at 16 last time I looked. But please, if you would, feel free to subscribe to my channel. And let's dig into today's episode, which is dealing with Andrew Cuomo, the governor of New York, embroiled in multiple scandals simultaneously. It started with the deceptive hiding of the death toll for people in assisted living facilities, assisted care facilities. A whistleblower named Ron Kim came out and kind of blew that up. The Cuomo administration, it looks like, admitted to having fudged the numbers on that. It looked like their excuse was that they were afraid the numbers would be used against them by the Trump administration, which it's really up to you whether you look at that as a legit excuse or not. Let's watch this CNN clip talking about the issue.
Has a new target in his sights, the media. Cuomo is under fire over accusations that he and his administration covered up thousands of COVID-related deaths from nursing homes. The governor taking aim at the media with a not-so-veiled threat.
We did not aggressively enough take on the misinformation that caused people pain. And it caused pain for grieving families. And that's what I regret. I'm not going to make that mistake again. If you're lying to the people of the state of New York, I'm going to call it out. If you are lying in a report, I'm going to call it out. If you're lying in a newspaper because you have your own partisan agenda, I'm going to call it out.
Now, he's also facing allegations of bullying and intimidation. A New York assemblyman says Cuomo threatened him over comments that he had made and pressured him to issue a statement clarifying what he said. Cuomo's office denies that. Let's talk.
And so that's Cuomo talking about somewhat, that's a response he gave to all this that's going on. Looking at polling, Andrew Cuomo still has a 57% support among New York voters. Cuomo attacked the media in that clip we just watched over the nursing home scandal. And to me, I think it's completely weak sauce. Anytime you have a scandal going on and your first role is to attack the news media for talking about it. I mean, that's the thing. It's like Ted Cruz with his Cancun trip. Attacked the media, deflected to stuff like Andrew Cuomo, which the Andrew Cuomo scandal is something that should be talked about. Honestly, it's something that should be investigated. Both of the scandals that are going on right now. But it's weak sauce to deflect or to just criticize the news media for talking about it, to say, well, they're just against me. Because, I mean, you have the right saying the news media is just against me. The left, or not really left. Cuomo's not left. He's a Democrat. But certainly I would place him somewhere right of center politically. But also attacking the media. It's this whole thing of, I'm the true victim. The media's attacking me because they're mad at me. No, the media's attacking you because you got scandals going on, brother. That's why you're being assaulted. More of the polling of people polled, 19% said Cuomo did something illegal. 19%. That 19%, that could be Republicans, diehard Republicans in New York, that are saying, yeah, he did something illegal, which maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I don't know the not reporting all the numbers is necessarily illegal. 41% said he did something unethical but not illegal, which sounds like the bulk of your average person between somewhere moderate right and somewhere left. People are saying, well, what he did wasn't really ethical, but I don't know that it was illegal, because that's probably me, myself, that's where I stand. I think he did something unethical. I don't know that it was illegal. And 27% said he did nothing wrong, and that, I'm assuming, is the diehard Democrats in New York, the people that are going to support him because he's a Democrat and they vote Democrat. So, you have the 19%, I'm assuming, are the diehard Republicans saying he did something illegal. The 27% saying he did nothing wrong, who are the vote blue no matter who Democrats. And then you have 41% that are somewhere between right-wing Republican Party supporters, but, more moderate, look at stuff and say, well, I don't know that what he did was illegal, to independents, to the left wing and Democrats who also look more objectively at it and say, well, he did something that seems wrong. I don't know that it was illegal. And you have Ron Kim, who is a local politician. I believe he represents Queens. I could be mistaken. You can fact check me all you want on that. But he kind of blew up the thing with the nursing home numbers. And in response, he said he got this threatening call from Cuomo, where Cuomo was threatening his career. And you had other people in New York, including the mayor of New York City, Bill de Blasio, in response to Kim's remarks. He said, well, yeah, that's Andrew Cuomo. That's the way he is. He's a bully. Which is bad. I mean, that makes it worse for Cuomo, because who wants a bully running a state? I mean, there aren't a lot of people lining up who are in New York politics. There aren't a lot of people lining up to defend Cuomo, which makes it look worse for him. I mean, as far as the polling goes, his numbers still haven't dropped that much. I think he had like a 6% drop. And there was one comment saying that his numbers have gone back down to like pre-pandemic numbers, during the coronavirus pandemic. Cuomo got more popular. I think yesterday was my video on Ben Shapiro making his stupid, ridiculous comments. But one of his ridiculous, hyperbolic comments was that people considered Andrew Cuomo to be the greatest governor in the history of the world, or whatever it was he said. And that's not true. The thing is, Cuomo got rather popular during 2020 because he's the governor of a very large state, high population. New York is like the second or third highest, most populous state in the nation. They have a large GDP. It's a state that you're going to get a lot of attention of if you're the governor of the state or if you're the mayor of New York City. And the thing is, he was contrasted against Donald Trump. The reason Andrew Cuomo got so popular was because he did something reasonable and he handled the pandemic in a way that, when contrasted against Trump, made him look like a superstar. That's the thing. I mean, nothing he did was that outstanding. I mean, New York's coronavirus numbers are rather abysmal, but he made the decision to do a daily coronavirus briefing publicly to the people of his state. And that contrasted against Trump burying his head in the sand and denying that it's a problem, made Cuomo look so great. That's why Cuomo looked so great, was his contrast against the ridiculous president we had. And that's why people praised him. It's why he got the attention he got. It's why he got so popular. Because he wasn't that popular before, And he made a decision to do the daily coronavirus updates for New York State, and people appreciated that. They looked at that and said, well, that looks like leadership, because the other thing we're comparing it to is the president, who looks utterly ridiculous trying to deal with a catastrophe. But then you also have Lindsey Boylan, who has accused Andrew Cuomo of sexual harassment. Lindsey Boylan was an aide to Cuomo, and she's accusing him of sexual harassment, including touching, comments, and unwanted kisses. I think, as far as all that I read, there was one instance where he had kissed her inappropriately, and that's when she got a promotion of some type. But that is her on the sexual harassment issue. You have Caitlin Gerard who is the press secretary for Cuomo, and all she said was that the Boylan statements were false. That's just straight up denial. And Lindsey Boylan has said that there are other women, people that have worked for Andrew Cuomo, who have had the same types of experiences. And you have all this other stuff with the other scandal where people are saying, yeah, he's a bully. And that's basically her comments too. He's a bully. He bullies you. He belittles you. He sexually harasses you. And, it's coming across like Cuomo works this, his administration like he's a dictator, which is particularly bad. I mean, with Cuomo, you have him currently dealing with these two multiple scandals. And the thing is, both need to be investigated. They need to investigate exactly what was done, why it was done, about withholding the information on the nursing home deaths, because that's how the epidemiologists come up with their models and come up with figuring out how to stem the tide of coronavirus. I mean, we need accurate numbers. You have reports out of Florida that they skewed the numbers and were reporting lower numbers than what they actually had, which is bad. Now we have this report out of New York, and it makes this is the kind of thing that's going to make people question how many states were underreporting this stuff. How much do we not know state by state? Because Florida and now New York is going to cause people to say, is every state underreporting? Is every state lying to us? Is every state fudging numbers because you have politicians that are afraid to look bad, and what they end up doing is exacerbating the problem overall. And that's his deal with the coronavirus. Then with the sexual harassment, every claim of sexual harassment needs to be investigated. And if Cuomo is innocent, he should appoint someone outside of his administration, some independent entity, to come in and do an investigation. If he is completely innocent, that's what he should do. He should have an outside investigator, whether it's a former state attorney general or whatever, come in, put a team together. New York can fund it, have them come in and talk to various people, talk to people involved, and get to the bottom of what exactly happened. And only through a completely transparent investigation are we going to come to find out what's going on. And if Cuomo is guilty of all this stuff, I don't know that he should necessarily resign because of the nursing home scandal. But the nursing home scandal, on top of the sexual harassment scandal, that's a bigger deal. And I mean, investigate it. What comes out, what comes out, and if it says that Cuomo is the bad dude that he's being painted as currently, then he should resign, or the people in New York should oust him from office. He should be impeached. I mean, I was 100% in favor of Donald Trump being impeached because Donald Trump was objectively a bad person and did objectively bad and illegal things. That's why I supported him being impeached. And if Cuomo is guilty of sexual harassment, he should also be impeached. And it's up to the people of New York, I'm assuming, whether he should get impeached over the nursing home scandal. I mean, it sounds like like Cuomo's administration has admitted to the nursing home stuff. They didn't report the accurate numbers. And I'm assuming they have admitted to that because they realize it is not illegal and will not get him necessarily kicked out of office. But how many scandals do you expect to withstand? I mean, Donald Trump withstood a lot because he was in the federal government, and we had a Senate the whole time that was controlled by Republicans. And even when Democrats got control early in 2021, they didn't have enough of a majority to oust him themselves, and the Democrats didn't have the balls to do it. In New York, we're going to find out whether because Democrats control New York politics, and we're going to find out whether New York Democrats have the balls and the backbone to do what needs to be done. Investigate Cuomo, investigate his administration, get to the bottom of the nursing home scandal, and get to the bottom of the sexual harassment scandal. It's what has to be done. Put up or shut up. You need to come in and clean house with an investigation. Talk to everybody, look at everything, and then put out a report. That's what's got to happen. But that's my 2 cents. Again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Try and help me reach 50 subscribers by the end of the first quarter. Thanks. Have a good day.